Every little helps. Every little helps. Shit. That's my door off.
Well, hello. This weekend I'm mostly using a almost brand new 30 kilowatt Nissan Leaf as my taxi. Actually I said brand new, it's got 31,000 miles on it. So why am I in this thing? Well, unfortunately I had a stupid customer syndrome and a boy racer syndrome as well, all at once. I had a boy racer coming down the street and I had a stupid customer on this side of the car getting out, opening my car door on my beloved Dacia Logan MCV, and she opened the door about this far and the street was dead narrow and you get flying by and knocked the door right off. Here's some pictures and a repeat of the footage for you to see.
Every little helps. Every little helps. That's my door off.
Kind of ruined my bank holiday weekend earnings, that did, because it was on the Sunday when I'd only been out for about an hour. Initially when I contacted the insurers, they said, oh, we should get that sorted within a week, and once they've picked it up and the body shop, the recommended insurers body shop, had a look at it, it's now come back as an estimated completion date of the 18th, which is nearly well over 3 weeks. So I'd not only lost a bank holiday Sunday night, a weekend after that because I thought I would have it back in time, I'm now going to lose another 2 weeks. So fortunately I've been able to contact the people at Phoenix and said, oh, we'll give you something we can borrow you on a 50-50 until then. So I didn't really want to hire a car for the whole week. So they've given us this just for the Friday and Saturday night, just to make a little extra money, but I've just got to split it all the way down the middle with them. So what else is there to talk about? Well, the fact that I'm in a 30 kilowatt Nissan Leaf now, and I'm going to test out what it's like for taxiing on a Friday and Saturday night. I can make a video out of that, I suppose. But the other thing I want to talk about is the brand new Nissan Leaf that's just been unveiled. That's going to have a 10 kilowatt more like an extra 10 kilowatts on this one, more streamlined body, and apparently 150 plus miles. Some people are even stating 225 miles for it. So it's putting it up there in competition with the Tesla Model 3, like my previous video I made. Tesla Model 3 or a new Nissan Leaf, or the new next gen Nissan Leaf. And that question still remains, because now that it's been released, all the details have been released for the next gen Nissan Leaf, we're now being told that there will be in the year after a 60 kilowatt version. So that will do nearly, some are stating nearly 300 kilometers or 250 plus miles. It's definitely putting it up there in competition with the Tesla Model 3, and it seems as though it's going to be coming out for a lot less money. Apparently the 40 kilowatt one's going to be cheaper than this 30 kilowatt current model that they've got out. So I'm just going to taxi this for the weekend. I think we'll make the rest of this video up into segments about how well I got on. I've just hammered this Leaf up the spine road from Blythe to Ashington. Did 70 or a little bit, maybe a little bit more. Up there, heavy on the accelerator, and I've not even lost 1 bar on the gasometer yet. Now doing that in my old Gen 1 Leaf 2011 one with its knackered battery, I would have lost a bar or 2 off there. Come to think of it now, I think that Gen 1, the battery was so damaged I wasn't even getting anywhere close to 20 kilowatts out of it. I was probably getting something like 13, 14, 15 kilowatts because it was struggling to do 50 plus miles per charge. This one, I've just done about 10 miles, it's not affected the range at all. It's about 10 miles off the what I started with. I've blasted up there, I've had brake mode on perhaps. What a difference 6 extra kilowatt hours can make in a battery pack. What a difference. Anyway, get this back to my house, plug it back on for another top-up charge. I need to find some bits and pieces to put in the car. I need a stand for the for the taxi phone, and I need to find my double cigarette lighter socket thing so I can keep my CCTV on and whatnot in here tonight, and keep the phone charged up for the taxi firm's phone charged up, so for the jobs. So yeah, just get this back home and get back on charge for a bit. Yeah, that's what I wanted to put in there. So apparently when a passenger opens the door and it's her fault for opening the door in front of a speeder, the speeding person as well, probably they had some blame in it. Because it was my car that was opened, it all comes off my insurance. So the only saving grace I've got there is I've got no claims protection. So no claims protection, you could be like the best driver in the friggin' world, safest driver in the world, but when you're a taxi driver, it's good still to have no claims protection, because you just do not know what your stupid passengers are going to do, whether they're going to open the door in front of speeding cars or what. So yeah, glad I've got that. At least my no claims protection bonus is protected. So got back to mine with 101 miles still showing and 1 bar down after I blasted it quite a bit. So the Northumberland County Council charger is free. Let's just nip on here. I think I'll just nip on here like I used to when I had my Leaf. Yeah. And basically I've not done a few little jobs around here, but I've not really used any charge. I basically want to check my charge your car statement after this to see if I pay the £1 connection charge, because I think even though they've said they now charge £1 per connection, and not all of the units are actually doing that, so we'll give this a go. Which one is it again? That one. Is that what it's on? Oh, now I remember, I've got to actually turn the car off. Now it should open. Yay! First time I've used a Chadabo in freaking ages. It's like a treat. Nope. Nothing there about charges or charging, so I just want to give this a go and see if there's any charge. I mean, I've only got this car for a couple of days. I just want to give this a go and see if I get any charges on my car, charge your car statement. It says emergency shutdown. Okay, let's get rid of that. Yep. Okay, so you clear emergency shutdown. Try to go. Start. Load the car up. Verified. And it should now charge. Yeah, 93%. Chargeable charging at 93%. But hey, if it's free, why not? And if it's not your damn battery, why the hell not? Might as well document this. It's got a few little surface scratches on it, this car. Scratch there, scratch there. That's how I picked it up today. Just in case there's any arguments later. There's a scratch down here, some scratches around there. But let's have a look at the other side. Dirt, just dirt, dirt. It's funny how the scratches are on the driver's side. The driver who's been having this car mustn't have been too careful with it. So it's quite a quiet Friday night. Might be busy at tomorrow night, but I've got this car on a 50-50 deal, so we'll just see how it goes. I don't know if I missed a job there when I was out there doing that, but whatever. So I'm just going to sit here, wait for a job on the charger like I used to back in the old days. I must say, the 30 kilowatt battery does seem to make a big difference. Let's just have a look here. 105 miles. When I was charging on the slow charger, it came up with like 122 miles. So it does make a big difference, doesn't it, really? 46, and I've got a job from the train station at 55. Yep, it's looking not the best way to charge an electric car right at the top end on a Chadabo, but it's not really charging that fast anyway because it's right at the top end, so I haven't got that much heat in the battery yet. Don't lose that. That's my early adopters subscription free charge your car card. I don't have to pay the £10 a year subscription. I don't want to lose that thing, do I? Time to hit the road. Right, and I've just got a fare to the gate in Newcastle for 45 quid, and I've got that much charge left. What time is that for? 23:30. Why the hell are they giving me that? There is no freaking way. No, I'm not going to do that, even though I was just going to say I've done a few jobs now, been going for a few hours, done quite a few miles, and I would have definitely had to charge once or twice in my old Leaf end. How much has this 30 kilowatt Leaf got left? That much. So yeah, it's feasible, but now they want me to go Newcastle the gate, 130, then Priory Gate. No thank you, don't think so. They've recovered it for us. No, not in the Leaf. Maybe it's a Tesla I would have done that, but not in the Leaf, nah. Even though it says 70 miles on there, I'm not going to trust going all the way down to Newcastle from here. That's a good 20 miles or nah, no way. Anyway, let's press on. So I've got a job at 1:30 down to Blythe, and it's 11 minutes past, and I'm near the charger in Ashington. So what do? You go on the charger. This is what I used to do, go on the charger for a quick 5-10 minute blast before you head off, just to top the battery up. The battery's not halfway done yet. I've done half a shift. Oh, imagine I had this battery in the old Leaf, but I am down to halfway now, so I am going to have a quick blast on the rapid charger in Ashington, which apparently is still free, but I'll still have to charge your car to make sure I'm not paying for these still. But apparently this one doesn't have a £1 connection charge on it, according to the website. Time will tell, won't it? Ah, the old Afghanistan charger. Not used this in well over a year or two. I've had that nearly 2 years. I've had the LPG vehicle. I wonder if anyone's on it. No, it looks as though it's free. Let's give this a whirl then, eh? Ah, Afghanistan charger. How long have we got? Is it 1:15 yet? Should be able to get a 5-10 minute blast on this anyway. If it still works, you never know. I always had problems with this one, people vandalising it and things. But yeah, looks as though it's still on. Yeah, it's charge your car time. Yeah. And it's frozen. Let's try a reset. Nope. And then put it back in again. Always had problems with this one. And the touch screen is knackered. See yourself? I always had problems with this charger when I had a Leaf before. Always did. Well, I guess I'm not getting a top-up charge. Never mind. Yep, that charger's still broken. Still temperamental. Come to Ashton, be prepared for your charger to be vandalised and hardly ever working. Never mind. Well, we'll put this charger car thing away. But yeah, vandalised as hell. Hopefully, well, I'll go into the office after this one and charge there. But yeah, let's just have a look at it at the moment. Still been going most of the night, and it's halfway now, I think. Well, I'm on a charger now, the Bedlington one, and it's been on for 10 minutes up to well over halfway again. The temperature is going up a wee bit. There's the Bedlington charger, and yeah, it's just gone 12 o'clock, so I think we've done alright. It's certainly a lot better than the old 24-hour kilowatt Leaf. That's what I wanted to say. As long as these chargers aren't costing £1 still, it still works out pretty economical, this. But I'll have to check this on the charge your car thing. But my overall opinion is it's still probably been better for me to be driving an LPG vehicle, because I could have done that £45 job pick up from Newcastle and not have to worry about getting to a charger to top up still. So now I'm wasting half an hour at midnight getting a charge. whatever. That's life, I suppose, as an EV driver. Well, that's me booked out for the night. Seems to have died now. I've got a bit of charge on here, so I'm just going to finish off here. It's time for a pizza corner kebab. Pizza corner kebab. And guidepost. Done a kebab from Pizza Corner. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I've made 80 quid tonight. Now, if I was in my LPG vehicle, I would have made, in those 6 hours, I would have made at least 130 tonight. Probably more, because I wouldn't have had to keep on charging a few times. But, yeah. Couldn't do that £45 job from Newcastle back to Ashton when I was in Limehouse because I didn't have enough charge. So I'm still thinking, at this point in time, that LPG is probably better for this role. Yeah, and it's been a rather dead night tonight anyway, so that's kind of not helped. But even on a rather dead night, I would have still made more than £80 in my LPG conversion, because I would have made the £80 that I've made. I would have made the £45 on the trip down from Newcastle back to Ashton, and I would have probably done a few more jobs as well. So I would have done my usual, like in the 6 hours, like 160, 170 maybe. And if it was a busier night, then yeah, I would have been done about nearly nearer 200 in the 68 hours. But in this thing, on a slow night, I've done £80. And because I'm borrowing it, it's not my car, I'm lending it from the taxi firm. About half of that's going back to the firm anyway, just for the privilege of using their car. So, yeah. That's the secret. If you've got your own car, that's, you know, if you don't have your own car, you're not going to make much money taxing it. That's the secret, isn't it? And if you got your own car and it's not very good on fuel like my Dacia Logan LPG conversion is, you're not going to make very much money in it. And if you've got your own car and it's a Nissan Leaf and you need to keep on stopping, you're going to be making £80 a night instead of like 125 to 150 to what I would have made in the Logan tonight. So yeah, the drive I did all the way from Pegswood across to Gretna Green in that one I borrowed off Nissan, the 30kW Leaf. Those type of things are feasible. A trip down to London's feasible. But when you're in a taxi and you've done loads of miles already, and you could get this one job where you've got to go quite a distance to pick someone up for a good fare, that just still doesn't work. You still get caught out by it. Maybe it's in a one of the new 60kW Leafs, when they come out, that would be better. Maybe even with the 40kW one I could have done that trip down to Newcastle, but still not on this one. It's still just a bit short of being as flexible as the LPG conversion. Anyway, nearly back at 9, time to plug in soon I think. That's the stuff. Yeah, that's it. Well, this brings back the memories, doesn't it? I'm on the, I think it's a 6kW charger, this one. Let's just have a look at this, see if it tells me what I'm charging at. It doesn't tell me. Anyway, I've just come from home, I've done a little £6 job and I'm just waiting down here, so I thought I'd try this charger out at the Morpeth train station again, just to see what it was like. Here we are. So today I took my niece and her boyfriend, her husband now, they are, and the kids to the Roman Wall and various places, and we did a good 100 odd miles, no bother. Stopped off at Hexham for a bit, had a Tesco all day brunch and stuck it on the rapid charger at the Waitrose car park in Hexham, topped it up again, and yeah, it's just so much easier with a 30kWh battery. Definitely a lot more livable with one of these. It makes me think that if I got the 40kW new Leaf, it would be reasonable to live with. Very reasonable. Just have a look around at this car park. It is dead on the taxis. Must be something to do with the school holidays being over, people buying school uniforms, spending all the money during the school holidays. No money until the end of the month here. End of September I think, until I all get the pay packets in, so it's going to be a bit dead. So It's kind of good that my car got smashed up then by the stupid passenger, because I've not really lost that much money if it's going to be this quiet on the weekends. The money I'm really missing out on is probably the school runs and that through the week. But I don't really want to pay £300 a week to rent a car just to do them. I'll be struggling, so yeah, this 50-50 deal I've got on this one for the weekend's been good enough for me. Oh look, a southwest Morpeth job. Why am they? Oh, there's a car already in that area. Never mind. So here we are, like old times, sitting on chargers waiting for jobs. Maybe a change of angle will make things a bit more interesting, possibly. But hey, you never know. I might not be taxiing for much longer. I might be able to actually put a deposit down on a next gen Leaf, or maybe just keep on with my reservation for a Model 3, or maybe even get a Tesla Model S. You never know. If I don't have to do taxiing anymore, but that all depends on how my other schemes work out. I like this charger here. I'm sure it's a 6 kilowatt one or 7 kilowatt one, and I'm only you only get 6.6 kilowatts on the Leaf charger if you've got the 6.6 kilowatt charger upgrade. Am I boring you yet? Oh look, here's a train coming into the train station. Choo choo. Look at that. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If this was my car, I wouldn't be topping up the battery from 98%, because you know how bad that is for batteries. But stuff it, I've got no better to do. I'd rather sit here getting some free juice off the free charger, keep the heater on and everything. It makes sense, doesn't it? It's a job. Let's have a look here. Oh well, so much for that. Aye, shadowing from 97%. Why not when the chargers are still free? Yep, all of these I checked earlier on today on Charge Your Car's on my account on Charge Your Car's website, and I've not paid the £1 connection charge on all these charge sessions I've been doing today and yesterday. So basically they are still free. I think one you have to pay for. There's one that has a £1 connection charge from what I've seen on the map, and that is the one at the Wansbeck Hospital in Ashington. But other than that, might as well just sit here and top up. It's not my battery, I don't care about it knacking up. Well, I'm back here at the Northumberland County Council's rapid charger. It's 2 minutes past 2 in the morning. I've got 59% charge, and I thought seeing it's still free, I thought I'd just get topped up here before I plug it into the home charger to finish it off. So just get the last boost here. So turn this light on. What are your impressions so far? Well, I've not really made that much this weekend. It's been a pretty slow weekend. It is the first weekend after the summer holidays, so everyone is, I imagined, all spent up after looking after their kids for 6 weeks and buying school uniforms and going on holidays and things. So yeah, pretty dry weekend. Kind of wondering whether that's how I managed to get this 30 kilowatt Leaf, or to lend this 30 kilowatt Leaf this weekend, because it is pretty slow. But yeah, scrubbed together a few pennies, I suppose. Impressions of this Leaf? To tell the truth, if I wasn't taxiing and I just wanted if I wasn't taxiing, this Leaf would do me perfectly well. But for most of my trips, I would find that I could go on some of the drives I like going on, be confident it'll get me there. I can charge up at various places. Yeah, if I wasn't a taxi driver, I would have one of these. I'm fairly confident I can make it down to London quite easily if I needed to. That's a very rare occasion with me. 100 miles of decent range, you know, proper 100 miles range does make a difference, whereas before it wasn't really anywhere near it with the 24 kilowatt hour battery. Oh yeah, the floor under here, the bigger floor panel, I'm sure that's where the extra battery is, because it just seems fatter underneath here. It's like they've stacked a whole lot of batteries on top of the ones that were in my 24 kilowatt hour battery Leaf. That's the way I say it anyway. And that might be why the lumbar support was gone when I did the range test video. Why can't I make the seat go up and down? Well, it's obvious. There's a big fat battery under the seat. The battery's gotten fatter. I thought it was meant to be denser or something. That's what some people were saying, but I think the battery is actually fatter. That's how they've got the extra kilowatts out of it. Maybe I'm wrong there, but that's just something I'm thinking of sitting here. Anyway, it's now 5 minutes past 2. I think I'll just have a bit of a nap here while it finishes off charging and take it from there. Just hand this thing back tomorrow. Okay, just a few hours left until I have to take this back to the depot, the taxi firm depot, for the person to use it tomorrow or tonight or whatever they need it for. And basically this weekend's not been that profitable because I've had to give half the money to the Phoenix themselves, to the taxi firm themselves, and it was a pretty dead weekend anyway. I'm just hoping that by the time they fix my car on the 18th, take that bloody long to fix it, that everyone will have had the pay packets come in towards the end of the month, and it'll be a really good weekend then, just to make up for all this lost money. The 30 kilowatt Nissan Leaf, yes, I like it. It would, as I say, it would work for a lot of taxi drivers, I think, especially if you're just going to be pottering around the same little town all day, or within a 50-mile radius. Yeah, you can make it work. Obviously there are disadvantages, such as when you've been out for a few hours, you're quite down on charge and you get a great big job at the end of the night and you can't do it. There is still that disadvantage. So until the 40 kilowatt hour next gen Nissan Leaf comes out, or better still the 60 kilowatt hour next gen Nissan Leaf comes out, then you're still going to have a bit of a disadvantage using these. But with the new one that's coming soon, especially the 2019 60 kilowatt one, I believe most of the disadvantages of having an electric vehicle as a taxi will be gone. The main problem you're going to have then is just the once in a blue moon national job, like that one I had down to Leicester that time. I was in an LPG car, I just quickly nipped the garage, filled it up and went. We did it. If we were one of these, or if we were the 60 kilowatt Nissan Leaf, I would have had to stop and charge a couple of times there. Still, if that happened in this and I tried to attempt a 260-mile trip in this, well, I would have had to have charged at least 2-3 times on the way there and 2-3 times on the way back. So I wouldn't have gotten back home up here from Leicester until like midday or later the next day, I would imagine. I would have been really late back. And if you're not an Ecotricity customer, you would have been paying £3 connection charge plus the kilowatt hours on those, on using the Ecotricity ones, because those are the only ones I really know nationally. I'm pretty clued up on charge your car up here in the northeast of England, in Scotland and that, because they're quite popular around here. So I know where most of them are now, and they're about 80% reliable. But Ecotricity and such around the rest of the country, well, definitely if you go by my experience of trying to Chattermore charge a Tesla down at Cornwall and things. But there's nothing really else for me to say now, except for click like and subscribe on my channel. And once again, thanks again for watching. Bye.